Hoztam egy olyan kegyelmi döntést, mely sokakban értetlenséget és békétlenséget váltott ki. Érthető, hogy magyarázatot várnak. Tavaly áprilisban abban a hiszemben döntöttem a kegyelem mellett, hogy az elítélt nem élt vissza a rábízott gyermekek kiszolgáltatottságával.
Hungarian president has resigned from her position as a president. Why? Because last year she made a decision that she regrets very, very much. So, fellas, thank you very much for being here. I'm going to speak in a way that's not very clear because we're trying to avoid being sanctioned. I think it's necessary. I know you are very intelligent. You're going to pick up from looking at me and hearing me on what exactly I'm trying to talk about. So as you all know, presidents of republics have a superpower that allows them to pardon people that goes to jail. Okay, so if somebody goes to jail for whatever reason, the presidents each year can choose to either pardon those people, meaning giving them freedom as prisoners, or not. So this is one of the very interesting powers you get as a president. You can forgive anybody and ask them to leave prison. So many people in prison pray that one day they become one of those chosen people that the president chooses to pardon. Hungary is a country in Europe led by a female, a lady named Katalin Novak. So after she made this decision to pardon a man, people got very, very angry, very upset. They walked down the street in all of Hungary, very, very angry at the president. Why did she make that decision to let this person go? Now, who is this person that everybody's very angry about? Basically, this person is a person that hid a situation. Now, listen to me. I'm not going to say all the words. This person was involved in a ring of, you see those men that take small children. You get it? Yeah. Those men that take small, especially boys. Okay. So the man was arrested and sentenced to prison for 8 years. And now the president decided amongst the list of people that she will free, she cited the name of that person. Now everybody's angry and went down the street. Novak's decision came after more than 1 week of public outrage after it was revealed that she issued a presidential pardon in April 2023 to a man convicted of hiding a string of, yeah, you can complete there. She said, I issued a pardon that caused bewilderment. So she came forward expressing herself and explaining herself to the people. My pardon caused bewilderment and unrest for many people. I made a mistake. I mean, it's very interesting to see a president say, I made a mistake.
Hibáztam. Mert a kegyelmi döntés és az indokolás hiánya alkalmas volt arra, hogy a pedofiliára vonatkozó zéró tolerancia kapcsán kételyeket ébresszen.
Like how many times you hear a president say, I made a mistake? Very rare. Novak is the first female president in Hungary history. She has unleashed a political scandal and precedented for a country long-serving nationalist government. So let me explain to you, fellas, okay? The government in Hungary is pretty much nationalist, okay? They don't like mingling with people from other places, okay? There's nothing wrong with that, okay? Before you come for him or me, I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to be yourselves in your nation. Yeah. People can get very angry when they say, oh, well, you should, stay in your country. Well, why don't you want to stay in your country and fix your country? Stay in your country and fix your country. If you're not happy with government, do something about it. Come together as people instead of exiting your country and going to some other people's country. Because the bottom line is, let's say, and I'm not saying this in a pejorative way, let's say you have some sort of a problem, a skin issue, okay? And where you stay, everybody or almost everybody has a skin issue. Is the solution you running away from the skin issue country to go to another place where people have no skin issue? Or the real solution is to find something, an antidote against the skin issue so everybody can be freed? So is it a problem when other people say, no, we don't want you here with the skin issue? Because if there's too many of you here with the skin issue, what's going to happen? All of us are going to have skin issues. That's the simplest way to put it. So basically, she says she's sorry.
Bocsánatot kérek azoktól, akiket megbántottam, és minden olyan áldozattól, aki úgy érezhette, nem állok ki mellette. A gyerekek és a családok védelme mellett voltam, vagyok és leszek. Államfőként ma utoljára szólok önökhöz. Lemondok a köztársasági elnöki tisztségről.
And she resigned of her position as a president of the republic. How do you feel about this? I'm going to clap. I'm going to clap because I think it's something, a lot of things we have to learn about here. There's many lessons. Lesson number one, the people always have the power. Power to the people. People of Hungary knowing what they want. Okay, so you can issue pardons to people. Does that mean you become God? No, you're not. You do not become God just because you're a president. Yes, you can decide to forgive some people that do certain things. How do you forgive somebody who takes, with small children? Because what are you doing? Are you saying he's completely changed? I mean, let me ask you a question. I know many people here would probably say everybody deserves a second chance and stuff like that. Let's say you have a child and your child is just 2 years old and you're looking for somebody for hire, somebody, a cleaner, a gardener, a security guard, or maybe a helper in the house. What do? You have candidates. You see some people who have worked before, have a track record at normal. And you see somebody who's maybe a pastor, but with a history of incarceration. He's been in jail before for doing bad things to children. Would you take him because he's a pastor now? No, let's just be honest. Would you hire that person because now he has become a pastor, even though they have a history like that? Thinking and provided that you have small children. You wouldn't do that, would you? So basically, you don't even believe yourself in what you just said, that people do change. Yes, people do change. But do you put your guards down? No, you don't. So the people of Hungary came down the street, very angry at the president. How could you have done this? And obviously, there's a lot of pressure. Let me just remind you here, Hungary is one of the countries that, opposed the aid to Ukraine. They were not very happy. While most of European Union countries were together into helping Ukraine, Hungary was not buying it because they believe by helping Ukraine with weapons and stuff, it was not a way of finding peace. It was basically a way of creating more war-mongering ideas and situations. And they were bashed for saying that. I'll remind you that the Hungarian Prime Minister, Viktor Orbán, blocked 50 billion euros in European aid for Ukraine, hours before the group agreed to formally open membership for Kiev. So when the European Union came together to put money together for Ukraine, Hungary blocked it.
Mondjuk ki, hogy az ukrán helyzet rosszul áll. Tehát nem több pénzt kéne küldeni a háborúra, hanem meg kéne állítani a háborút, és fegyverszünet kellene, meg béketárgyalások. Ehelyett most pénzt akarnak adni, hogy folytatódjék a háború. Tehát számos okunk volt arra, hogy azt mondjuk, hogy no, ezt nem.
So, as you can see, most European countries are run by Democrats, if you would say. Hungary is one of those countries that's run by nationalists. So Democrats want you to come in, wherever you come from. You can come from Africa. You can be, you can like men or like women, whatever, You can change your, it's okay. Hungary government right now doesn't accept that. They're not happy with that. They want you to be the way you were born. They want you to, you know what I mean? They don't want necessarily people from outside to come into the country. Go fix your own place. Go resolve your own issues. And the other lesson we have to learn here is this lady understood that she made a mistake. Miss President understood she made a mistake and she said, she's sorry. I apologize. I made a mistake. African presidents don't do that. Most presidents don't do that. She said, because I made a mistake that infuriated everybody in the street, I am stepping down. I am okay with going home. I am okay with living with benefits as a president or perhaps getting another job, but I am stepping down. How many times do you see other people step down? Is this maybe a lady thing? Is this because she's a lady that she's very in touch with emotions and the things that are happening? And she's like, you know what? I've made a huge mistake. And in order to preserve the image of the country, I'm going to step down. Should we perhaps say that for other countries, especially African countries, we can bet on female presidents? Maybe. Maybe they'll make better decisions. We also know that, unfortunately, many women do not want women leadership. Yes, many women would not even vote a woman as a president of the republic. But we're seeing that countries that have women as head of state don't enter wars. They don't enter into funny turmoil for nothing. So the lesson here for me is, I believe people need to learn to say, okay, I failed this mission. Okay, I promise you I'm going to build schools for the children. I'm going to make things tax-free or very little tax. I'm going to build hospitals. I'm going to create such and such a situation, good positions for you. I'm going to make university for free or whatever. And I have failed. And I think because I'm failing right now, I am leaving power. I'm stepping down. African people don't do that. There's a country here now in Central Africa. There is a politician that was caught with a videotape of, you know what I mean, with a young, you get it. People bashed him, but never did he say, well, I'm sorry, fellas, I'm stepping down. He didn't do that. He wasn't president. He was just a politician. He wasn't president. You know why? Because they steal. Because unfortunately, in these countries, they steal. A president in Hungary doesn't earn the money that African presidents earn. It's not the same. In Hungary, there's a clear salary the president can access. That's it, for his personal purposes. In many African nations, the salary of the president is illimited and nobody can question him. It's the president. It's the king. It's the same mentality of kingdom that Africans used to have. When you're a president, you don't respect anybody else. You don't even respect the people that are supposed to do the accountings of the spending of the presidential house. You threaten them. This woman, lady, president, she said, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I'm stepping down. Let me know how you feel about this. Is this a good move? Is this a way forward? Maybe should we give opportunities to ladies in these great positions? Maybe this could redirect the continent to the direction that it needs to go. God bless.